Yo.
What is happening?
What's up? What's up? Hello. How you doing?
Happy.
All the hands.
Yeah, we're a hands podcast now. We do waving, peace signs. We do a lot of peace signs.
Comment down below if you think my wrists are too small.
Bro, my whole arms are too small. Yeah, well, what do we gotta do? We gotta start squeezing stuff. That's how we.
Oh man, I have so many wrist things in my place.
Yeah.
To try and get my wrist bigger. And I don't know if they have gotten bigger or not, but I am like definitely trying to work out my wrist.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, I will not make a masturbation joke. I'm a professional comedian.
Yeah.
I got standards. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, let me do ASMR with it.
Ooh. Let's turn the audio way up on this part.
You will
fall asleep.
You will have a firm handshake.
99% of you will tingle and fall asleep to this video.
You will not be a bitch when you shake someone's hand. You will open the loops in your watch. You will not have the tightest loop. Bro, I have the tightest loop on right now on my watch.
Yeah, you could probably fling it off if you want to.
In real talk, it's still kind of loose.
That's why I've never worn a watch. I always go like, I don't know, I got my phone, but in reality, it's because it's like I look like a kid wearing his dad's watch everywhere.
Well, what have you been doing to distract yourself from your small wrists?
From my small ass wrists.
Yeah.
Oh man, what have I been watching? You know what I finally started watching this week was the Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel movies.
Oh boy, what a mouthful that was.
Yeah, the Fate Stay. It's so hard to talk about the Fate series.
I would never bring up the Fate to any non-anime viewer. I went to dinner on Thursday. And it was with a bunch of people, two of which I'd never met. And we got the conversation came to anime, and I just like started talking about anime. I started talking about Demon Slayer, and I could just see their eyes glazing over. They're just being like, just sipping their wine, and I'm like, oh man, I should wrap this up.
And that's like anime 101 or like 102 or something. It's like second semester. You know, you still intro, but like it's you know, maybe you watched the Dragon Ball first or whatever.
I was like, yo, you just get to episode 19. Just give it to episode 19. And
just watch the entire first season.
I promise you, episode 19 will leave you feeling some type of way.
Yeah, it's Fate series is like 301. Where I
would argue it's 401.
401.
Yeah,
and I know you haven't seen Zero. Zero makes way more sense and it's way more accessible because it's like I think it was a prequel. It's technically written as a prequel, so I think there was more intention behind it, and they set up rules and then they follow them. And Fate Stay Night, all three of them. Just they go like, here are the rules. Also, fuck the rules. And but it's fun watching this the new iteration. Heaven's Feel, I think, is the true ending. It's like the true like.
Is Fate Stay Night just choose your own adventure anime? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it's based off a video game. Where like those are the three endings, or like those are like the three paths you can take. I'm not 100% sure, but
well, I think it's probably because at this point it's like video games don't translate well to movies, so maybe they don't even translate well to anime as well. And when you're, I mean, look, Mortal Kombat just came out, wasn't the best. No. I think unless like there's a really dope story mode in a video game, it's kind of hard to translate. Because like Tomb Raider kind of translated pretty well. I know they're doing what is that movie that Tom Holland's going to be in? It's like
Uncharted. Uncharted is known for having a great story. Yeah,
I heard the Uncharted story is pretty good, and you know, so maybe Fate just doesn't have a really good story to it.
Yeah, you know, I dig Fate Zero so much that I always am excited about Fate Stay Night. Every time every time I watch each iteration, because I've watched the 2004 one, I've watched Unlimited Blade Works, which was 2014, something like that.
I think that's the one I watched, and the first time I watched it, I was like, "This is good." Then the second time I tried to watch it, I was like, "This is dog shit."
I think that one is the best. I haven't finished. I still have one more movie because there's 3 movies of Heaven's Feel, so I still have to watch.
That's off Unlimited Blade Works, or
that's off. So the one branch of the story is Fate Stay Night, just simply Fate Stay Night. The one branch of the story is Unlimited Blade Works, and then one branch of the story is Heaven's Feel. So to adapt Heaven's Feel, they just decided, instead of making a series, we're just going to make 3 movies. The first movie is actually pretty good. I just watched the second movie last night, and it goes so off the rails. It's like wild. It's like there's like sex scenes, and I'm like, what the fuck? People are fucking each other in this show. I'm like, I was like, this
like there's like, but it's not like it's like sex scenes like in the way they would do movies, where it's like
you don't see,
like
yeah.
They're like about to make out, and then like they like hard cut to like something else.
No, you see like them in bed. Girl being like, oh, I'm like, when you were talking to my sister, I was getting pretty horned up because I was like, it's like, no, you can't have sex with my sister. You have to have sex with me. I'm like, yo,
I'm like, okay.
I was like, I just was not expecting it. I was so out of left field because the rest of them.
Now I know why it's stay night.
Yeah. Because the other 2, he has like love interests, but like it's always very like they don't address it. But this one, they're like, I was like, oh shit, my boy Shiro's getting his
good for Shiro, man.
He's getting his dick in right now. Wild, but I don't know. I mean, it could really stick the landing, but I'm gonna watch it tonight. Yeah, I know. But I'm always excited.
There's gonna 20 years from now, there's gonna be like a hard reboot to Fate. And that's the thing. I've tried to watch all of them. I've tried to watch. I don't even know which ones I've watched except for Unlimited Blade Works. I'm like, I remember this. I remember watching this.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense the second time I watched it around. I was like, why did it make sense the first time? Maybe because the animation was so good and I just ignored it.
The animation, well, that's the real takeaway is it's ufotable. It's the people who do Demon Slayer. They make some beautiful stuff. And the
character designs are great too.
Yeah. And the premise is so cool. You're like, oh, it's the heroic spirits from the past are fighting to like do the Holy Grail, the wishing, and there's magic, and and it's just like a cool setting. And I think Unlimited Blade Works mostly gets it right. I think it gets super complicated into like justice and philosophy and all that crap, but and that sometimes it kind of loses its way there. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm with you. All the other ones I can't get into. Like Fate Apocrypha was, I think, the last one I tried.
What? Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Already just off name alone, I'm like, no, I'm not putting that up. Anything with Apocrypha is not going on my queue.
And that one had like Nazis in it. I was like, it's like in 1940, and you're like, this one's a little too much. I think Dracula's in that one. That was just pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like one of the heroes.
So we were going to talk about this a little bit, but I guess this is a good time to talk about it now. That's my fear about Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
that's my fear. Is that because there were the Titan Wars and all this stuff like that.
Yeah,
and with the way that Isayama just ended or rebooted the ending to make it so that like there's probably going to be a sequel. Yeah, that I'm like, oh, I don't want to see.
I don't want to see it at all.
Attack on Titan. Evangelion. Like I don't want to see the Titan Wars. I don't want to see any of that shit.
Yeah, well, it's like HBO being like, "Oh, you guys hated the ending of Game of Thrones. How about the Targaryen stuff?" You're like, "Get the fuck out of here!
It's like,
you ruined it.
You ruined it. You ruined it. Like it's over. Like, and I don't have I didn't have the biggest of problems with the original ending of Attack on Titan, but like now with this new shit, I'm kind of like, bro, don't. Like, just lay with it. Like, this is what happened. It wasn't the best of endings. It wasn't the worst of endings either, in my opinion.
No, I think you split. I think you like split the difference. I think you got some people who are pretty upset. I think a lot of those, like, I don't know, probably the mystery box people, but they're never going to be satisfied.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were like, were either into it or were fine with it. And
yeah.
And this is, I mean, a bit of a money grab. It's a bit of a money grab, isn't it?
Yeah, you think it's the money grab. You think that it's like they're like, hey, we want to keep this thing going. It's like one of the most popular animes of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. Is it really anyone's dream to be like, I made one of the greatest shows ever. Now I'm going to make a sequel that probably no one's going to like, because everyone, no one's going to like it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to do a bar like.
It's.
Maybe you don't know that. Maybe people really do believe in like themselves to be like, I'll expand the universe and I'll be the first one to make it work.
It's a thing where like I feel like every show or major property, because of capitalism, and not to get all like Bernie bro and whatnot.
Let's go.
But because of capitalism and like studios being like, this is a great idea, let's keep it going, let's bleed it until it's dry. Let's get the toys out, let's get the volumes out.
Mm-hmm.
It puts so much pressure on the creators, and it's like, I don't know what Isayama's life was like prior to the success of Attack on Titan, but I'm assuming it wasn't as luxurious.
Right.
And he's like, you get that moment, like, well, money made me happy, so more money will make me happy, and my creation be damned. I can't talk shit because it's like I'm not in that position.
I'm sure I would do the same thing. I'm sure
I would definitely do the same thing of like, you guys want a filler non-canon sequel podcast? So it's like, it just feels like, on one hand, it kind of feels like a bastardization of the product, which it's coming. Like I'm 100% sure it's gonna come. Where like. There's going to be more Attack on Titan, kind of like with Fate, where it's like the video game was probably popular, and they're like, if we make this a TV show, like what was that one show we were watching, Present Mike, where
with the rap battle,
rap battle, where these guys were just like these characters that people set up.
Oh yeah, what was it?
And they made it a TV show, and it's just like, no, this shouldn't have been a TV show. There's no story here. There's no real characters.
Yeah.
This isn't a thing, but. Corporations like, no, if we can get it going, let's get it going. That's why there's too much anime out right now. There's too much. There's too many video games out right now. There's too much of everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so
yeah.
But it's a way that people, I think, until consumers stop saying like, yo, we don't want to do this. Like, we're in an anime boom.
We're for sure in an anime boom. There's never been the international appeal, and I think probably, I don't know, they're making more in Japan than ever too. So it's like I think it's probably they're in a boom as well. I think quality jumped. I would say the same thing kind of happened with us in TV, like on stateside, where it was like, oh yeah, there's TV shows, and you watch a couple of shows that you like, but most of it is just like procedural garbage and like whatever. And then, HBO, AMC start dropping some hits, and everyone's like, oh, man, I love TV. Like, and now there's just like 1,000 TV shows, and there's just zero way to keep up with it. It's almost...
like the fact that we have to be like, I binged it. It's like, you shouldn't binge anything.
You shouldn't binge anything. Yeah.
Binging is bad for you, my dude. And it's like, I binged.
Yeah.
I watched 5 seasons of Game of Thrones in 2 weeks. It's like, that's not good, man. Like, usually that's how stories should work, is that like, you kind of condense it all at once. But it's like when you read, like no one ever says I binge read. And that's how you know there's a problem. Reading's probably good for you. It's probably the most stimulating thing you can do for your brain. TV's probably not as good, and somebody who's only thing I've been watching lately is anime, and that's probably not good either. But
you should always broaden your horizons and whatnot. As much as you can, or as much as your tastes are willing to go. Obviously, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But if
I think it's always good to like test your artistic palette a little bit.
Yeah. Watch Nomadland and be like, you know what? Boring. But I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, this isn't a thing I would normally watch, but let me give it a shot. And not for me. Or hey, maybe it's for you, and now you have a whole thing. You have a whole new thing.
You have a whole new thing. There's so many shows that I've watched. Like City on a Hill is a show that I really, really like. It's on Showtime.
That's a Kevin Bacon show.
Kevin Bacon, man.
Yeah.
What a great actor. He's playing the epitome of the devil, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he is the devil in the show, and
he's like a crooked cop.
He's a crooked FBI agent.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh shit, Fed.
Yeah, I know, but he's great in this show.
Okay.
Great. I still need to finish the first season, but so far he's so good. Everyone's good on this show. It's a really good Boston in the 90s crime drama.
Ooh, Boston. Got some mustaches in there. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh
he's definitely mustaching it up.
Yeah.
I've been watching Fire Force season 2.
Fire Force. Okay.
Yes.
I haven't really seen it. I've seen the first few episodes and then I stopped, not for any reason. I just know the opening theme is one of the best opening themes ever. Is that first season?
One of the best. Literally that opening theme, is so good in the first season. Mm-hmm. I would argue second season even better.
Whoa.
Even better. The song is so good. The visuals are amazing. When I was watching it, first of all, the reason why I tried to watch the Fire Force second season episode 1 3 times, and it opens up in a way that is no spoilers, but it opens up in a way that's so boring. And then the first episode is just yo, we want to just reintroduce you to all the characters and show off how dope the animation is.
Yeah.
But it takes a moment to get there. It takes a long time to get there, and then once they do, it's so good.
Yeah, who animates Fire Force? It's
I don't know, man, but their animation team is amazing, and the story is still whatever. It takes some moments and turns but I'm starting to kind of understand the world. Fire Force, if you really think about it, it's a world where the church is also the firefighters.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's this really funny character who's basically a priest, but also a pedophile.
Yo.
He's straight up a pedophile.
They're in this universe, everyone knows.
Yes,
in this universe, it's just what it is.
Yeah, he's the head of the. He's the head of the thing, but I'm this guy's it's a funny pedophile guy, but they're they toe the line very well, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
But the way he's acting toward Shinra, it's so funny that I'm oh my god, this guy's clearly a pedophile, but no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's David production, by the way. It's which they did JoJo. They're I think famously known for JoJo, and then it's the Soul Eater guy, right? It's the same author.
So, yes.
Yeah, same creator.
And there is, I think he kind of saw the success of that black character from Soul Eater, and this isn't a spoiler, but in the opening theme song, there is a black dude who is surfing in the air. And he basically has my haircut. So I was less well, we're gonna watch this whole season. I gotta see this dude surf. I gotta see this dude surf. You got me. You fucking got me. And you just see him surfing in the opening thing, and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's why anytime in an art style, the protagonist, like Bleach, Ichigo is just tall and skinny, but he's super stripped. I'm like, I like this show. I'm like, this show's pretty good. This guy, I like this guy. Good body type.
This is a spoiler. I'm gonna spoil this, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
His name is Ogun. And he's Yoruba. He's Nigerian.
Hey!
This dude is Nigerian. He literally says Yoruba arrows. He always, every attack says Yoruba in front of it. I'm like, this dude is fucking me, bro. This is the first time in anime history that I'm like, yo, that's me on screen.
Yeah, have there been any Nigerian anime characters? This is gonna be an interesting Google search.
Why wasn't I hearing about this? I feel so dumb that I didn't watch this earlier.
Yeah, you know what? He's the first person that comes up when you type in Nigerian anime characters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't see anyone else.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's fucking great, man. It's I don't know what they're gonna do with that character, but he's so good, man. Ogun Montgomery. I'm like, so he's probably part black, part Nigerian, or He's a black dude who came to America through slavery and all that shit. He's got like that thing. But man, so far, man, Fire Force season 2 better than season 1. Story's getting stronger. They're introducing elements that I really like, and I'm super late on this, and I apologize for being late on this, but it's really good. I was sleeping on it.
I always enjoyed it. I kind of just did the same thing where I just kind of lost track of it and was watching other things. But I remember liking the manga way back in the day when it first came out, because Soul Eater had ended, and then this came out, and it was taken off the Manga Piracy site I used to go off. It used to be like, it's like, oh, you could get a Fire Force here, and then just one day it was gone after like chapter 14. I was like, oh, someone must have got in trouble. But I like it. I like the way it looks. I like, obviously, the music. Maybe I'll hop on that bad boy.
Definitely has the anime theme opening of last year, I would say. Music is so good. I think it might be better than Jujutsu Kaisen's opening. The music.
That's fair. I like Jujutsu Kaisen's openings, but they're not like my favorite of all time.
Yeah. But yeah, that was very well done to that whole team. I was super late, and good shit, really good shit. And I think that's what anime is going to be for a while. It's like, with the amount of content that's coming out, you're just going to be late on certain things. Yeah,
it's just every season. By the end of the season, I'm like, oh, I picked wrong. Apparently that show was the best show of the season. I missed it the whole time. And then you get to just kind of run through like 12 episodes, or maybe a year later you run through like 24 episodes of like something great, and you just have like an amazing. I mean, it's kind of going back to binging, but it's like you have an amazing weekend, and then you're like, oh, I feel empty.
I feel empty. And I gotta watch Dr. Stone Wars. I heard that was good.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I still haven't. I was so big on Dr. Stone when I first watched it. I was like, "Yo, they made learning fun. How dare you? You have no business making learning fun, you asshole."
Yeah, and they sort of interlace it with a story that's which actually kind of keeps you into it, as opposed to something maybe like more like Cells at Work, which is like where it's entertaining, but then after like 8 episodes, you're like, all right, I get it. I get the joke. But like every year, I can kind of come back and be like, Cells at Work. I'll watch like 4 episodes, and then I'll kind of move on in my life. But Dr. Stone is able to sort of weave in like an actual like compelling narrative into all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Speaking of like catching up, there's been new releasing of the numbers for manga sales.
Yeah, man.
And things done changed. A lot of things have changed, man. I mean, number one is still no surprise here is Demon Slayer, and that's off the movie. That's off the first sex of the first season. Season 2 is about to drop, so they're probably going to stay at number 1. And number 2 is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, man.
Holy shit.
After that first season, how could you not buy all the volumes?
That is very impressive. You're caught up on the manga. I have not gotten a chance to sit down yet and watch it.
I love it so much. And pretty much every arc is since is been pretty great. And
they're coming out with a movie this year, right? It's coming out this year?
Yeah, they're going to do Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which I didn't realize that Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was this guy's series before Jujutsu Kaisen. So it actually was written before.
Wow.
In like 2016, 2017 or something like that. And then they were like, oh, you want to do a weekly series in Shonen Jump? And he's like, sure, I'm just going to keep doing this. But I'm going to swap out. Yeah, it's like Gojo's in there. It's about Okotsu, which is like the second year you always hear about, but you never see in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Got you.
But yeah, the movie is, I think, coming out, I think, end of the year.
End of the year.
Yeah. And that's
winter season is anime's new it's winter season now. Summer don't matter no more.
Yeah.
The big dogs play in the winter.
Yeah, it's like you're inside, baby. Time to watch some anime.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, maybe My Hero changes its schedule and goes back to winter, or maybe they'll just be the kings of the summer, the big dog of the summer.
Big dog in the summer.
My Hero was number 7, I believe, on the list.
Yeah, it was a little further down.
Further down.
Not as there's some more popular series.
Number 3. Maybe there's a new big 3. Apparently, it's Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers, which I'm caught up on the anime so far. I haven't read the manga at all. But the anime's cool.
Either.
Yeah, the anime's cool.
But everyone tells me the anime is great. That's something I definitely will probably watch after Dr. Stone. Is Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah.
Love a good revenge story.
Yeah.
And then number 4. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. You can believe it. Look, it just wrapped up. Of course,
it just wrapped up. That makes sense. It's a very popular show. I think the 4th season did pretty well. I think a lot of people were digging it outside of the studio issues. Someone tried to burn down a building because of it. So you would expect if someone's threatening to kill you over an anime, it's doing pretty well in the manga sales.
Yeah, it's in the zeitgeist for sure.
And the last top 5, Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, going to be another Studio Mappa joint. We got a few Studio Mappas.
Too?
I think it might be next season. Maybe don't quote me on that, but I mean, it might be the fall. But it's coming out this year. Chainsaw Man release date. What are we looking at? Blah blah blah. November 2021.
Oh yeah.
So I guess it's actually winter. I guess it's going to be a winter show.
Big Dog's coming out in the winter, man. We got Demon Slayer. We got Chainsaw Man. We got Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Hopefully Jujutsu Kaisen coming back. Well, actually, probably not, because if Studio Mappa is doing Chainsaw Man, we're never gonna see Jujutsu Kaisen again. We'll probably see Jujutsu Kaisen back in like 2024.
Yeah.
Or 2023.
You loved it. So we'll see you in 4 years.
Yeah. So it seems
different.
that like it's different. I mean, there's some new dogs. I mean, Demon Slayer obviously is the most popular anime on the planet right now.
Yeah.
And Jujutsu Kaisen, it came out in 2017, and it's already number 2, which and number 3 is Tokyo Revengers. So it seems like the new big 3 are Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and Tokyo Revengers. So it's like very narrow or very like different compared to like what it was. It was Attack. One Piece.
I got the 2020 up here right now, which number 1 is Demon Slayer, and number 2 is Kingdom, which I've heard of.
Kingdom is a Chinese anime, a manga.
Interesting.
And it's about like the Kingdom battles, and it's only available in Chinese. So for it to be that popular, I know that's insane. I think it's Chinese.
Kingdom, yeah, they've adapted it as an anime, right?
No.
Or like they started to? Oh, they haven't?
No.
Oh.
They have not adapted it. Kingdom anime or Kingdom
manga?
I don't think it's adapted.
Interesting. I actually don't know anything about this. It's Japanese.
Yeah, so I was wrong about it. But it's about the Chinese dynasties, I think.
Provides a fictionalized account of the Warring States period. Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's like there's no English translation. So for that to happen and there be no English translation shows you how popular Kingdom is.
Yeah, that's sick. Okay.
And I think Kingdom dropped down. It was number 2, you said?
It was number 2. It must have something
down.
Must have happened. Something must have happened last year with it that like boosted its sales that much.
I don't think anything did because like
weird.
Anime. There's no anime to it or anything like that. Wait. No. Maybe there is.
Kingdom anime?
I'm seeing there's a Kingdom anime, but it's on Hulu, but I don't think it's the same one. Huh.
In ancient China, 2 orphan boys dream of escaping. I don't know.
Maybe there is an anime to this.
3 seasons. Who knows?
Maybe, you know what? I'm talking shit about something I don't know.
Yo, I do it every episode.
93% like this anime TV show.
Oh man! All right, maybe I'll check that out.
Maybe we'll check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna add it to my list. It's on Hulu.
Nice, on Hulu.
Yeah, but I'll shut up about that. But apparently, this is a very good show and very well written manga. How many seasons does this have?
I think it's at 3. I think it's at 3 seasons. So, it also looks like it was published in like 2006. So I guess it's been around for a second, and I guess now and maybe it's like the 3rd season dropped last year, and they're like, "Oh shit, we gotta buy this manga." Yeah, and then as the list goes down, I mean, One Piece number 3 was last year was number 3, which King, but that was but it's usually number 1. It was number 1 for forever.
Mm-hmm. I think Demon Slayer was the first was the manga that took it down last year. So
yeah, and there's a couple. So it's like 2 years in a row, which I don't think people were expecting.
No.
Haikyuu is number 4, but Haikyuu ended, so
Haikyuu
I think that
ended, yeah.
So I think that makes sense.
I think Haikyuu went down to like number 9 this year.
Yeah. So I think it was probably finale, people getting stoked and buying it, and then 5 was Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen was on its way up because I mean the manga's super solid, and then that anime drop, and then now everyone's buying it. I'm thinking about buying it. I get too excited about it because it's not finished, and I'm like, I want to say this is one of my favorite things ever, but it's not done yet, so I can't.
Yeah. I was saying that about Attack, and now people are like, "What anime should I watch?" And I don't say Attack anymore.
That's funny. Yeah,
I don't want them to like go to because we all know the hype train you went through, and then now you see where it ended. You're like, man, kind of a bummer.
It's not bad. But it's maybe. Yeah. I guess it's maybe a little anticlimactic, even though it has a giant climax. But
I guess maybe the way you were like telling me to watch. Was it Erased?
Yeah.
Where the race ended so badly, I was like, no.
You're like, oh no.
No.
Yeah.
But you know who didn't help those sales? This is news. A guy got sentenced to 3 years and over $100,000, which is like I think 3 million Japanese yen.
Yeah.
For running a pirated manga site. Do we have his name?
Let me look it up. Administrator for Manga pirate site. Let's pull up this article. Romi Hoshino.
Whoa, Romi.
Yeah.
Romi, my bromi. You're not gonna see homie for a while.
Yo, they got him in Manila. He was on the run.
He was in the Philippines?
Yeah.
What? He was doing this from the Philippines?
Hoshino was arrested in Manila in 2019, so they got him for a bit. But after the Japanese embassy in Manila requested the Philippines to help capture him. Oh my god!
Wow.
So this was an international. Yo, they got fucking Interpol on his ass.
Damn. I mean, that's tough. Just to have to go to jail for selling, running a fake. Because like the thing is, I doubt people get paid for those. I guess they probably would get paid off the ads, right?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of ads. I think there's a little bit of donations. But I don't think you make a lot of money. And I think it is, you kind of just do it out of like kind of love for the art, which is kind of sad about it. Because, that's how we had to read manga for at least in the US, is that we had to rely on these scan sites. And
but now we have Viz. And it's also like if you have Crunchyroll, that comes with a anime or a manga to like various manga.
Yeah. They caught on that like, hey, we're willing to pay for this if you make it convenient. Just give it to us and I'll happily pay you. Yeah. I think they charge you. I think it's like $2. But I'm like, I'll pay you more. I'll pay you more than that.
Don't say, hey, shush.
We're
I will
I'm
pay
going for that sponsorship.
I think $3 is too high.
Yeah. $3 is way too much money.
$3 is crazy.
Yeah.
I actually probably haven't opened up Viz in weeks, so maybe it is too much for me.
Yeah, maybe it is to me. Yeah. I guess it's like I open it once a week to read My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen, and
I haven't read My Hero in a couple weeks either, but I'm like letting them stack because I hear like there's this arc where he's unleashing like 4 of his powers at once. So
yeah, they're like in the middle of a fight, so it makes sense. It makes sense to like just kind of like pause until that's resolved.
Yeah, I read a little bit about I think the last thing I stopped was Deku had just fought Muscular, or was about to fight Muscular.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that's cool. That was cool. A couple chapters.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like this arc. But that was like the only way you could read any of those things was these illegal scan sites, and I get it's like you're causing damages, you're costing them money.
You're obstructing business.
Which we know Japan hates.
I remember when you told me this story. You said, "Do you remember what you said?"
No, actually,
about in high school you would have been voted what?
Oh, yeah. It's like where it's like you get arrested for illegal downloading of. Oh man, I actually can't remember what I know. I said I would remember.
It's like the illegal downloading of illegally scanning manga pages.
Oh yeah, my high school superlative would be like most likely to get arrested for illegally scanning manga or illegally running a illegal manga site.
It's just you at a photocopier, just smiling.
It's just me doing the Tom from MySpace, but just with manga like behind. High school superlative most likely to get caught running an illegal manga site. I think people would have been like, yeah, that's about
that makes sense for Demo.
Yeah, that's how we saw him going down. That's how we saw. It's just a bummer. You're like, I mean, I guess I get it. I guess I get why you gotta but 3 years? Holy shit.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I think they're trying to make an example of him. It's like, this is what happens when you scan anime. Mm-hmm. Now that I wonder what kind of like jail he's gonna go to if they put him in like the maximum security with all like the real criminals.
They put him in Tartarus. They put him in My Hero Tartarus.
He's like all like chained up like all for what? He's just like, this is a bit ridiculous.
I don't know about this. This seems like a bit much. I don't know. Like we can't let you use your hands. We know what you do with them.
And then now you can scan things with your phone, so we're not going to trust you at all.
He just starts like immediately copying manga onto the walls. Like, you can't help yourself. You can't. This guy can't help himself.
I'll draw him from memory.
He's like light. He's like light Yagami, where he's got both hands writing.
Everyone in jail's like, all right, man, can you draw me the Death Note one shot?
Yeah. It's like, I got it. I memorized
it. I got you.
Oh man, yeah. It's a weird. Yeah, that's I guess the summary of that story. Where you go sad, but I get it, but also sad.
Yeah. Good. Shout out to him, man. If you know who, what was his name again?
Romi Hoshino.
Romi, good luck out in there, man. And we probably used your site.
we probably loved it. You probably did a great job.
You probably did a good job, and man, hopefully you land on your feet when you get out of there. They'll probably let him out early for good behavior.
Yeah, hopefully. It looks like he looks like a young dude, a youngish dude. So, so I don't think he'll be.
I'm sure you'll bounce back, and this won't affect your life with PTSD in some sort of way. I'm sure you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And if not, man, don't do that again.
Yeah, just don't do it again. Yeah, I mean, don't do it again. But
have your website lead directly to Viz.
Hey guys, I started a new site. Everyone's like, yeah. And it's like, no, it's just I got you. It's just back to.
This is getting other people arrested. He's snitching on everyone. He's giving everyone's IP addresses out.
Yeah.
He becomes a NordVPN sponsor.
Now, guys, you don't want to be like me. Boy.
And before we react to My Hero, there's a trailer we want to react to. I think I was the one who was talking about this with Damien. There's a movie coming out called
Belle.
Belle. Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's by Mamoru Hosoda, which is nominated. They were nominated for an Academy Award for actually.
I think Mikari. Oh, Mira.
Oh yeah.
Mira?
Oh yeah, Milai or ours.
Mirai.
Yeah, Mirai.
Yeah.
Which good movie. They've also done Summer Wars, which I haven't seen, which I hear is really good.
Summer Wars is fun.
Yeah.
Summer Wars was like back in the day where you had to like use a bad website, and like I remember watching it on like with Korean subtitles over the English subtitles.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
So it was so hard to watch, but it's a great movie.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch that. Maybe I'll watch that after I finish my Fate Stay Night series. I'll do a double feature with Summer Wars. But this is gonna be the new film coming out. I actually don't know exactly when, but I think sometime this year. And but they just dropped a new trailer, which I think actually has English subtitles, so we can get an idea of what's going on a little bit.
I can't watch it unless the Korean subtitles are over it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a version of it before.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a floating hunchback whale at the end, so you know it's going to be good. My heart's already fluttering. I'm in there.
This is automatically playing something else. It looks interesting. There's that like opening shot where he's like in that like dome or whatever. Actually, and he's like, it was like a menace on the internet. I'm like, is this Digimon? I was like, is this Digimon the movie? I was like, this is crazy.
What was his other movie? That you just said.
Summer Wars.
Summer Wars. It kind of feels like Summer Wars. Summer Wars is a little bit like about like internet stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I think. One of the comments was like, "This it kind of reminds me of Summer Wars." I don't know. I actually don't know much about it, but
yeah, I mean, I'm down to go into this movie blind and just watch it, because he's usually a pretty good storyteller. So it seems like this guy's like an internet troll who like knows the truth. He's like anonymous.
Yeah.
So it seems like. I feel like there's been a lot of like computer reality stuff where like maybe the programming it turns out to be real. You know what I mean? It's like we're real people. You know?
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph is
maybe they're
really,
like looking for this person in the real world, but they're actually part of the net.
They're part of the exactly.
Yeah. It looks cool. I mean, I like the animation. It's got a little bit of like every like little teenage movie these days got a little bit of Your Name vibes.
Yeah,
it's got a little bit of their own distinct art style too. But it's an interesting blend of the 3D for the internet stuff, which I actually think work. I think that actually kind of works in that concept.
I think so too. Specifically in this art style, that it meshes very very well.
Yeah, you go. Oh yeah, online. The online stuff's gonna be in this 3D, and that it won't be jarring because it's not gonna be in the. And then the real world stuff's gonna be like the 2D. Classic.
And the music looks pretty good, or sounds really good. So I don't know. Maybe it's a return to like he's trying to get another Academy Award. We'll see.
Yeah,
or Academy nomination. Excuse me.
Academy nomination. Yeah, they won't actually award it.
Nah, it'll be some Pixar bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. If there's a Belle release date. I think it's just 2021. Yeah. There's no.
Probably in the winter where the big dogs play.
Yeah.
during Oscar season is when he'll probably drop it.
Right.
In the meantime, tell us what you thought of the episode. If you thought it was the best episode ever, or if you thought you hated it, let us know down below.
Yes.
Like, subscribe. My name is Opie.
My name is Damien.
And this is Filler Non-Canon.
Yeah. Bye.